All right, Harry, it's good to be back in the shop with you to kind of see what's going on with your Apple Press. And we're sporting some new microphones today, so I hope this works out for you. Maybe you can see that.
I have the flesh tone, he has the black, so.
Yeah, because I'm all dressed in black, so that works. All right, so threads, gears, pocketing, tenons, or dovetail rather, and all the joinery. Pretty cool. What's next?
So I wanted to talk a little bit about the basket.
Let's pull this out and take a look at it.
Okay. So just like every other component on the Apple Press, I wanted to be able to easily take this apart and be able to clean it when I was done using it. And of course with, with food processing, when I say putting oil on it, that means I'm using some mineral oil on it. So, yeah.
Now look, this is pretty cool. It's got all the drain holes in the bottom. So you just must have put this on the flat table and ran a little program. Are these drilled or are they machined out?
They're just machined.
They're machined out to the size you want. And then of course you cut the mortises in here. Now, if you look real closely, I noticed that you can see that these are actually, I don't know if you can see that, but they're loose. You can actually, well, they're fairly tight, right? Tight enough that it's not going to come apart, but you can move that.
I just oversized that pocket about 5 thousandths.
That's what I love about CNC.
Yeah.
5 thousandths. Try that with your chisel. So, the other thing I like about this, Harry, is that you've got on this accent, you've actually made the tenons come up through here and then rounded them off so they look like a really nice, finished detail instead of trying to sand them all flat. And
well, there was a practical purpose for that as well.
Okay, what was that?
So having that chamfer on it just made it easy to get all 24 of these lined up so I could slide this down on top of it.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Not trying to go off square edges. All right, so double purpose. Now, obviously the rings in the bottom you cut on the flat table, but the vertical vise is how you use what you use to cut the mortise and tenons.
Right, and the nice thing about the vertical vise was there were 24 of these, and I was able to put 8 of them on the vertical vise. And what I did is I just made a jaw front so that I could put each one of these individually and space them exactly the same spacing apart, 8 at a time.
So you use the machine to machine a clamp system to hold it vertical.
Yeah.
So you make your own tools with your own tools.
Yeah.
I
Right.
love it. All right. Well, should we step over to the machine and see how you set it up?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
The vertical vise fixture was important because I needed to hold the pieces parallel to the spindle travel, and also to hold the pieces in the correct spacing. The slats that have the tenons are 1.5 inches wide, so I cut the pocket in the fixture to match that width. Here I wanted to show the XY origin setup for the tenons, so that it would correspond with the drawing of my part and make sure that everything cut in the correct position. The top basket ring I made from 1/2-inch Baltic birch for strength, so that the tenons wouldn't split that thin part parallel with the grain as I assembled the pieces together.
Oh, that was pretty cool, Harry, and made it just real simple. I love the vertical vise and cutting all of these parts. I made it just assemble real quickly. So, what do you have coming up next?
So it's just kind of the last part of the machine, but we're going to talk about the shredder.
The grinder?
Yeah, no, the shredder. Schreiner.
Schreiner? The Gretter?
The Gretter.
Okay. We're gonna do something. The funny thing is we don't even know what we're gonna do yet, but we're gonna come up with something that's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Got a lot of options. Anyway, next time, the shredder. The grinder. The Schreiner.